Dr. Schlebusch, Excellency Commissioner, dear Günther, ladies and gentlemen, I have the joy and the honor of opening this reception to the 3rd International Cybersecurity Conference in Munich, and it has been a pleasure to assume the role of the patron once again. I have had the privilege of being part of this event from the start and never saw it to be a sideshow of the Munich Security Conference. For me, it has always been key to the discussion on comprehensive security. The lineup of distinguished speakers and attendees, warm greetings to you all, shows cybersecurity has a rightful place at the very top of the agenda in science, politics, and private enterprise. When German companies were asked about the most relevant risk in 2017, do you know what the number one response was? The risk of cybercrime and hacking attacks, IT outages, spying and data misuse. That ranked above strikes, market turbulence and political change such as government transition. And that is saying something, especially when one considers the great uncertainties with regard to Brexit, sanctions against Russia, the tariffs being discussed in the United States. The opinion poll demonstrates how threats and their perception has changed. Cybersecurity has become a matter of survival for companies and for public infrastructure too, by the way. Many people in Germany experienced this with their own eyes at the end of November. Service suddenly stopped for some 900,000 Deutsche Telekom customers. No telephone, no television, and no internet. The intent was to infect routers, but they crashed. Some people say that stopped an even worse outcome. Yet this attack indeed paralyzed everything, plain and simple. And it showed many people just how dependent we have become on data networks and data flow. This was a wake-up call. We must recognize that attackers and their methods are becoming more and more sophisticated. In 2015, Bavaria registered more than 30,400 cases of computer crime. The number of unreported cases is much higher. Moreover, our statistics show a 20% increase over the previous year. And the trend continues. In the first half of 2016 alone, nearly twice as many cases of cyber espionage and cyber sabotage became known compared to the previous year. These alarm bells cannot be overheard. We must arm ourselves here and everywhere. And so it's a great thing that you, ladies and gentlemen, have come to Bavaria, to Munich. We place a great deal of emphasis on cybersecurity. Not yet a month ago, Germany's Federal Minister of the Interior, my colleague Thomas de Maizière, had some good news. He is going to set up a central security office for information technology, which we carry the German acronym CITES. In doing so, he is reacting to the terrorists and criminals who make use of the internet. Every more complex encryption technologies, which can also be used for criminal ends, are placing us before new challenges. This is not something we can simply allow to continue in its course. A great deal of know-how and manpower must be deployed to counteract this trend. The goal is to research and develop methods and products and then to implement them. CITES will provide consultation and support, starting with a staff of 120. It will grow to 400 over the medium term. That makes CITES a central component in our country's security. And this new center to stop internet risk will be located here in Munich. Our state government has advocated to that end, and we help by finding spaces and providing the right infrastructure. We see this as an accolade for our efforts in cybersecurity. The agency and its experts will receive a very warm welcome here in Munich. Ladies and gentlemen, a new agency for something truly necessary. That is a step in the right direction. At the same time, Bavaria is committed to protecting private enterprise by bringing together research, technology providers and users. And to that end, we ourselves have created a platform for cybersecurity in our digitalization centers. And the chairman is Professor Eckert and Dr. Schlebusch. There we are improving the capacity of Bavarian companies to resist cyber attacks, creating an understanding for threats and supporting the sharing of knowledge. Ours is an age of networking, and it's now more important than ever to learn from one another. That is why we are bringing existing initiatives such as Security Network Munich, Mr. Möhring, and the Bavarian IT Security Cluster, together with our networks from the Chamber of Industry and Commerce and the Bavarian Industry Association. These networks reach across Bavaria, across Europe, across the world. Additionally, the platform for cybersecurity is currently collecting project ideas and defining topics to focus on. We select projects that merit public funding and whose outcome will advance companies all over Bavaria. Ladies and gentlemen, Bavaria is home to a lot of big players, digital players. Today, I attended the opening of the new IBM Watson Research Center for IoT technology. And last year, I attended the opening of the new sites for Microsoft and Siemens and the opening of Google's new development center. They have come here because the value of proximity to the high-tech customers and because we are working hard to drive digitalization forward with support from the Bavarian state government. Digitalization is no longer a utopia. Digitalization is open to attack, and let's work together to protect it. Growth and prosperity will depend on the successful digitalization across all sectors. We need new ideas and new developments to resist the attack. Therefore, I'd like to wish everyone here a productive reception and a stimulation discussion. Thank you very much.